So guys, welcome back to a very windy UK, and we have the new ID BUZZ. Massive thanks to the guys at Esplanade. We're actually going to take this car today to a very nice location called Compton Car Park. I believe this is where this vehicle is going to look its best, so let's jump in. It's freezing cold. Let's go to the seaside. We will be starting here at Esplanade Garage and driving to the other side of the Isle of Wight. Not a massive distance, but this will put us and the ID BUZZ in a good set of driving roads and driving elements to give us an idea of what this is like, finally finishing off in the beautiful Compton Bay Car Park. Oh, right, we're out of the harsh condition. Oh, it knows I'm here. Turn it down, turn it down, turn it down. Literally the pressure on the seat, it knows I'm in the car. But yeah, we're out of the harsh conditions of January in the UK. Horrible, horrible time to be in the UK, freezing cold. But I must say, links to Esplanade in the description. I am so eager to drive this thing. Now I will do, and I will say this now, a separate video of a Doug DeMuro quirks and features on this, because there is so many, I'm not going to be able to fit them into one video. Now first off, we're going to leave Esplanade and we're going to make our way. The journey isn't that far, if I'm quite honest, but I feel like it's the most suitable place. We're going to check the mileage as well. We're currently sat on 69%, 172 miles. So a bit more of a real world review or overview of this vehicle more than anything, because if you're actually up for buying one of these, you know, starting around mid £60,000 these, I don't think that's too bad considering how much transporters are these days, and you get like the coolest interior ever. But let's see what this is like on the road. First initial thoughts while driving this thing, feels like a van. And when I say a van, size wise it feels like a Transit. It feels like not too dissimilar to anything you're probably going to notice on the roads these days, like this Transit just driving past there. It feels like that size wise. Doesn't feel like that as in driving characteristic. It feels like a big car. Super quiet in here, refined, and I have just adjusted the heated steering wheel and heated seats because again it's January and freezing cold in the UK at the moment. First things to notice are huge size of the dashboard. You guys are on the windscreen, you're quite far away from me, you're as close as sort of we can get today, but that means there is tons of space in here. And the best thing about this car is it is its own entity, if that makes any sense. This is not a new version of an existing product in VW's lineup. This is a completely new segment in theory. It's not replacing a Transporter or any of the other vans. It's not replacing a big SUV whatsoever. It's in theory a rebirth of the old school, you know, 60s split window campers. I feel like the first real test of this vehicle, especially because of size, is threading it through the UK B roads. Now we're actually currently down a relatively thin road. There's parked cars one side, there's bushes the other side, there will be cars coming towards us, and I must say I am very surprised that it's this easy to drive and this easy to see around. So size wise, although it may look relatively big on camera, I don't think it's actually as big as you think it is. We pull over halfway to our destination. I wanted to just show you guys a bit more of the styling. I think that this is just the coolest looking vehicle. Proportionally, I think it looks correct. I think it looks like the original concept vehicle that VW showed us, what, a year and a half ago maybe now. As we come into the interior, the rear seats especially are very comfortable, easy to get into, and as you can see there are tray tables from factory. Other cool little features that I will show you is it has an electric tailgate, a false platform that you can actually stow stuff away underneath it, and this is an optional extra on the ID BUZZ, but this one does have the electronic tow bar, and as you can see it is very easy to just flip a switch, click it into place and then put it back if needs be. Now I've put you guys this side to actually show you the driving perspective. So in front of me we have a small screen, as you can see, your charge, how many miles you've got. It's got the auto hold consistently there, just to, you know, let you know that you're actually holding the vehicle when you stop, what drive mode you're in, so drive, and you have neutral, reverse. This is all here. It will show at the top as well, above your speed, the speed of the road you're currently on, which is again reassuring just to glance at that very quickly. This side though, you have a huge screen. This is actually the upgraded infotainment system, but you'll see there is so many things you can actually do with this. It is exactly the same though as the other ID screens in theory, so you can just go through and cycle through pretty much everything. Navigation, you've got the car, you can literally turn everything on as well, because again, this generation of VW doesn't necessarily have buttons. We do have buttons here, so you can actually select your climate, your heated steering wheel, your heated seats very, very easily just here in front of you. Prime example of size, it's not big. That was an Asda food lorry, you know, delivery lorry coming towards us then. Basically a medium-sized Sprinter, and that was absolutely fine. We're down as you can see, a B road with no lines in the road as well, so it's relatively smaller than a usual, you know, 2-lane B road, and we had absolutely no problems there whatsoever. The size of the vehicle was not too big and not too worrying for you to just carry on straight through. We'll also say, as we come into a 60-mile-an-hour limit, it might not look fast on camera, but it genuinely is, sprightly considering the size of this vehicle. Actually impressed with the performance. Also, the locals of the Isle of Wight aren't really sure what this is. I mean, there's a lovely lady there with a Dalmatian, and she's looking at me like, what is that? I think the general public, of course, they don't know what this is, and they're sort of not necessarily startled, but they're like sort of shock and confusion on their faces when this thing drives through a UK village. Of course, down Sunset Boulevard or Santa Monica Pier, this would look the absolute nuts, especially in this green. And I'm not saying it looks out of place in the UK, it just, the locals on the Isle of Wight are confused. Only a short journey, probably the shortest ever in YouTube history, but we have made it to Compton Car Park. The ID BUZZ has been a fantastic companion with me on this short journey. I would love to take one of these a lot further. We are still working with around 100 miles range, which is fantastic news considering we've been stopping, we've been in traffic, we've done a load of bit of, you know, B-road bashing and stuff. I am really, really happy, but I'm going to end today's video there. Thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you to Esplanade on the Isle of Wight for letting me take out the new ID BUZZ. It is such a cool thing. If you got to this point in the video, I will be doing a full video of all the quirks, features and silliness that comes with one of these cool ID BUZZes. But as ever guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.